Welcome into today's discussion. Yes, again, about what drives you. Once again, about your beauty. Always about your awareness and your agreement with what resonates with you in terms of what is your desire, your drive, and of course, ultimately, where we can connect and discuss one day, live and in person, your resilience. I'm only here to offer you my humble observations and renditions of what resilience means to me. So in this episode, and with even the previous ones, every episode is only here to offer you those suggestions and help you, if you choose to refine the direction and expand the depth and breadth of your own resilience. And no, I have limited power even to maintain my discipline on my dietary habits, but I'm trying to work on that. But also, I cannot change your life with simple words on this podcast. But I do guarantee to change your perspective in this moment, on this present moment. I'm going to call this one today, Being a Fool. Being a fool. That could apply to appearance, could apply to substance in personal affairs or in business affairs. It could actually imply being a fool actually, or just the visual you present on the surface. Say if you were an actor or something like that, a professional, your job, or a clown. That was your job, to be a fool in public. But maybe could that being a fool thing apply to your essence? Not your things, but the things you acquire that are on top of your essence. But when you do that, wouldn't that be, if what's been clouding or veiling or on top of your essence with those things, those add-ons, wouldn't that bring into play being judged by the cover or the coverings that you're putting on yourself? Could it maybe, as I'm prone to do in these episodes, providing you more questions that might contain those answers? So maybe that activity of putting more coverings on, would that maybe apply to you resisting the appearance of being less than you? If I'm going to be a fool by adding onto this structure, this essence given to me to work it in this life, am I resisting my appearance and resisting, or maybe even embracing being less than me, rather than fully embracing the whole of me, the whole shebang-a-bang, the good, bad, and ugly? Or maybe I go against my own professed nature about attaching to quote-unquote prominence or dominance over being a fool. Am I adapting or adopting that persona, that I'm attached to that thing about being a fool? Perhaps that contains the main problem with tradition and mandated management of myself. The appearance may impress and entertain and maybe even temporarily stimulate you. But the next thing to do in this moment is to discern the sincere, non-arrogant presence of the fool within each of us. And then the centering, simple model step of resilience comes into play. Does the fool produce substance for you to digest and consider, or does it just entertain you for a brief moment. That's not a hard problem to solve, but it can also strengthen you on your voyage towards resilience. And again, this is not calling you out. This is calling myself out and presenting my foolishness in front of you. Maybe you can even say it's a foolish thing for this guy of this age and somewhat success, despite what he did through his life, to then broadcast, record, put out these missives about resilience. Maybe that's a foolish thing to do. Couldn't you do more things like, I don't know, get your finances in line, plan for retirement, work out that fat around your belly and your neck? Wouldn't that be a good thing to do instead of quote unquote wasting time with proposing or presenting these words about resilience? That could be. But let's just say that is true. That I'm being a fool for even presenting these simple words to you about something that some other way more intelligent than me could provide to you more PhD level depth, data, and indications about what to do if you do want to present your best resilience every day. That's possible. So, given that, if you see me or anyone as a fool, take a moment to review your intention of that judgment, that resistance, and attachment to your own preconceived notions about what you expect on anyone telling you something that you didn't ask for and that you're unaware of their quote unquote expertise to deliver a message like this. I'm only speaking to you not because I can claim any expertise or deep knowledge about this topic called resilience. I'm speaking to you only about what already resides in you and resonates within you. And I'm sharing with you what I'm learning about what resides in me and what resonates within me. But if it doesn't, it doesn't for you. But if it does, just a little bit, maybe it's time for you to share your resonance and your resilience. We all have a part to play in this thing called life, and to get engaged in that thing called love, that you don't need to go get it. I keep reminding you, it's already here, coursing through each and every one of us, every single moment, with every heartbeat, at least that part. Just think about that. Observe that and move with that as you go about not being a fool, but being you. Stay present. Stay current. Please remember, no matter where you are in this world, it's always 820.